Hi everyone, I'm Cinder89. Welcome back to Let's Play Valkyria Chronicles, as we start Chapter 2, Escape from Bruhl. I've messed with the sound again. Hopefully it's a little better.
Isara, Martha, please be okay.
Martha!
What's her problem? She pregnant or just fat?
Who cares? Not gonna make any difference when she's dead.
Stop this now.
See what she's wearing? Take a good look at that shawl. She's a Darkson.
Then that explains it. I thought this place stunk. Now I know it does. So, we got ourselves a fat one and a stinky one. P.U. It's a regular pig farm in here.
I will thank you to watch your tongue in this house. You have to leave now.
That's a big gun for such a little girl. Drop it.
Isara!
Huh? Hold it right there! Die! Darkson pig!
Isara, are you okay?
I'm okay thanks to you. But Martha, I think she's...
Martha!
This isn't good. She's gone into labor. Moving her would be dangerous.
Right. Well, we can't just leave her here. What are we gonna do? There are a lot of imperials out there, Is. It's only a matter of time before they take over the mill plaza.
Welks, listen. The barn out back.
What about it?
Our fathers have left us something. Something that might get us out of this mess.
I really like this this episode because it shows just how awesome Welkin is. Just goes there, lays that guy out, and then Isara is really cool as well, as you can see. Pretty good shot. So what did their fathers leave them? The legacy of our fathers.
Dad's tank. Whoa. I can't believe it's still here.
And it's one of a kind. Here it is, the Edelweiss. Tamer built it especially for General Gunther.
Yeah, and it worked great, too. So it's just been parked here in the barn?
I wanted to make sure it would still operate, you know, in case of emergencies. I enrolled in a maintenance class given by the military. I wanted to be able to do what my father could do.
Well, that's great. But that's only a class, Isara.
It really didn't need much. Hardly any alterations at all. I just fitted it with a new turbine engine. It really improves on the power-to-weight ratio. The Edelweiss is field-worthy. Its firepower and mobility are more than a match for recent models.
Well, assuming it does work. What's next?
All right. Welks, you took the armored vehicle course, didn't you?
Yeah. Back in high school. Once.
We'll bring Martha here. She'll be safe inside the tank, and we can move to a better location. Just leave the driving to me, okay? All you have to do is give the orders.
Isara, we ready to roll?
Engaging engine. The Edelweiss is ready for deployment.
Alicia could still be out there dodging bullets, buying time for people to evacuate. Here's the plan. We're gonna pick up Alicia and get out of town. All right, Edelweiss, move out!
Time for a map. Retreat from Bruhl. We'll grab a quick save.
Here's the brief for this operation.
The enemy is a squad centered around a single tank, currently advancing from the plaza onto the main road. We need to defend the gate on that road. If the enemy breaches it, the evacuating townspeople will be in danger. They'll probably head for the gate and try to destroy it. The tank will be with them. Our goal here is to take out that tank while keeping the gate standing. Without the help of your tank, it's next to impossible for us to destroy their tank. Until we can rendezvous, the Bruhl Town Watch will do everything we can to keep that gate in one piece. Town Watch will need to hold off the enemy forces until you arrive with the tank. We'll need to use the sandbags around the starting point and gate for cover to hold back the Empire's attack. Enemy tank is destroyed for victory. Bruhl's main gate is destroyed. That's insta-failure for the reasons we just learned. Welkin dies, Alicia dies, so 20 turns pass.
Alright, let's begin. We've got to stop them here. If this gate falls, there's going to be even more casualties among the townspeople. The Town Watch will defend this gate so as many people as possible can get away. Got a second? Listen close and I'll explain.
About sandbags and hand grenades. By moving behind sandbags and selecting crouch, a unit's defenses are maximized, and extra damage for headshots is negated. I've already gone over that. When focusing on defense or ending one's turn, it's always best to hide this way. Contrarily, this means that enemies hiding behind cover are well protected and more difficult to defeat as well, as I showed off last episode. This is why the hand grenade is used. Its explosive power can destroy sandbags. Press the X button, the weapon toggle button, to cycle among your weapons to hand grenades. In this battle, Alicia possesses some. Grenades are limited in number, so use them wisely. Each player phase, units will recover one hand grenade. So, each phase you're going to get one grenade, basically. This is important, because we've seen we can use a unit multiple times. Now they could throw a hand grenade each time if they have enough.
Okay? Enemy unit spotted. Enemy sighted.
Yeah, out of range. When you get the whole like 37 to kill, that's when you know a unit is out of range, but that's okay. We're just gonna hold here in the current phase. And we're gonna wait for the enemy to move forward. Sadly, the tank is moving forward. As the main gate gets hit for 500 damage. That's a problem. On reload. There we go. Good job, everybody. Now, I want you to notice something that happened there, because it's an important strategy we can really use later. You saw when the enemy was running behind the tank ended up protecting it from bullets. Thanks, armor. It'll be a strategy we'll be employing later. You see, it's getting protected quite a bit. Now, this is a new enemy. This is a shock trooper. Shock troopers are dangerous against infantry because they throw out a lot of bullets. They use a machine gun, not a rifle like scouts do. Oh, good. I'm glad you... Aw, why'd you have to ruin it, Scout? Well, that's okay. We can still use it. Say goodbye to that command point. About Ragnade. A small amount of damage is healed at the start of each player phase. We know that. But sometimes a unit has suffered heavy damage and needs help to arrive faster? Revive faster would make more sense. They need Ragnade. Yet another product of Ragnite ore. Ragnade combines healing and antibiotic properties into a single medical package. Handy, right? Select it with the X button and then press the right bumper button to select a target. Place the crosshairs on a nearby ally to heal them, or place them on no one to use this handy item to heal yourself. Think of it like a first aid kit. All units will have Ragnade. It's kind of your standard issue, you know, first aid kit. So, let's say this town watchman could come over and use Ragnade on Alicia to help her out. That way, she gets back even more hit points. I believe Ragnade heals... Oh... That was kind of the first thing I don't remember exactly. It's what, 100, 150? It heals quite a bit of HP.
Moving out.
And we're going to need to go quickly. That's why we need to go quickly. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show off the grenade. Now you can only throw the grenade so far, as you can see. It's ineffective against armor, but can still actually do damage. It does have an area of effect, but it's really good against personnel. Excuse me, sorry about that. Ammo, you can see where Alicia is, where it says the type 1, B-type grenade 1, M1, ammo 1. That means she has 1. And she'll only get 1, that's the max. At the beginning of the next player phase, she'll have another 1, but she can't go above 1. So let's throw the grenade. Now you can see the arc, that way you know where the grenade's being thrown. And there goes the shock trooper. Very handy, as you can see. Now, as you also saw, the grenade blew up the sandbag. This is important. Oh, main gate's not looking very well.
No! If this keeps up...
But there's really nothing we can do against the tank, so... And there's another shock trooper. Good job, Alicia! Units, especially... I kind of call them, you know, heroic units. Like an Alicia, you know, she's a main unit. She's important to the story. Have a chance to dodge. Don't fall down. Well, that tank just put itself perfectly. It really did. The man has arrived! Now, you still get all the CP that you've been saving up. Which is why I haven't really been doing much. It's all about waiting for Welkin to arrive here. Alicia is really worse for wear, but the shock trooper's almost dead, and all we have to do is beat the light tank to win. Alright. Now it's our turn.
Here we go.
The tank should be able to breach that wall. It may provide us with a shortcut, Welks.
All right, let's give it a shot. Hang in there, Alicia.
About tanks. Tanks possess firepower and endurance far beyond that of foot soldiers. They're able to deflect nearly all gunfire from enemy foot soldiers. This makes them a solid wall for your own ground units to hide behind, as we've seen. Unlike ground units, however, tanks do not recover a portion of their lost HP each turn. A tank just doesn't magically recover. Humans recover. You know, wounds close and stamina returns. A tank, armor just doesn't magically come back. Tanks also consume 2 CP when selected in command mode. This is to balance the firepower of the tank. Relying too heavily on tanks in battle will quickly lead to a fatal shortage of CP. Additionally, tanks require AP to turn, so take care to plan ahead which direction you'll face at the turn's end. You don't want to turn too much. Unlike a foot soldier, which can run in diagonals or run side to side. A tank can't do that. It has to turn the treads the right way and then move. As you can see, tanks don't have a lot of AP either. Now, let me go over the Edelweiss. The Edelweiss is awesome. It's your tank. Yes, you get a tank. Everybody be excited because you have a tank. Tanks are awesome. The Edelweiss has 1,800 hit points on the body and 550 for the treads. Again, I kind of went over this last episode with tank. If the treads go to 0, then the AP will be drastically reduced. It'll be practically nothing. The tank can hardly move. Now, our tank, the Edelweiss, has a couple of options to attack with. It has a 82mm anti-armor cannon. Has infinite ammo. You always have cannon shells. This is great against, of course, tanks. It also has an 82mm mortar round. Now, it only gets one of these. I think it gets one back a turn just like grenades. It acts like a really big grenade. It's a mortar round. Very deadly against personnel. It also has the Thermer machine gun T1. It is the top-mounted machine gun. Can really waylay into a infantry unit. That's what the Edelweiss has in its arsenal. Let's move. I said you can break down this wall, just move through it.
Tank! It's a Gallian tank!
That's right, you should be freaking out.
Alicia, I'm sorry we're late.
Welkin, you have a tank?
That's right. Welkin has a tank.
We can talk later. Right now, we need to stop those soldiers.
It gives knight in shining armor a completely new name.
Enemy tank sighted, Welks. Switching to anti-tank combat. Armor-piercing shells loaded.
Also, she takes after her father. Natural engineer.
All right, let's go take it down.
That is right, Welkin. Let's go take it down. Now, everybody laugh at the infantry attempting to shoot the tank. Because it's funny. You. Because let's start getting in the habit. About attacking with the tank. Tanks have 3 major means of attack. Oh, I didn't think it went over this. Well, I already did. Anti-armor shells, explosive mortar rounds, and mounted machine gun. Anti-armor shells are effective against enemies covered in hard armor, like tanks. Explosive mortars will hit a broad area with a Ragnite blast, ideal against ground units. Mortars travel along an arc, just like the grenade we saw. You saw that arc? Aim for the center of foes for major results, but be aware that ammunition is limited. Machine gun is best suited to striking enemies that are too close for the mortar, and is used to intercept incoming enemies. That's how the tank will counterattack. Press the X button to switch weapons to meet the needs of each situation, like now. As you can see, the anti-armor cannon has a large radius it can hit. Hitting an enemy is hard, exactly. That's not what the cannon is used for. The cannon is used to hit a tank, which is a big target. So instead we're going to use the 82mm mortar. Aim for the enemy, and fire. Boom! No more ground infantry. Now the reason I targeted that one was because it has a CP. Get into the habit of doing that. The less CP the enemy has, the better. About tanks' HP. Tanks have 2 separate HP totals, body HP and tread HP. Attacking the tank's body and main cannon will reduce will reduce body hit points, while blows to the treads will reduce tread hit points. If BHP reaches 0, the tank blows up, it's destroyed. If THP reaches 0, AP is drastically cut. And when it says drastically cut, it really means drastically cut. It's easier to do damage to the treads than to the body, even with grenades. The treads aren't armored like the body part is. And that's what the armor is. Halting a tank before taking it out at your leisure may be a strategy that's both safe and sensible. Meh, kind of. I always just like to blow up the tank if I can. The glowing blue radiator pleat at the tank's rear is its weak point. This is very important. It just screams weak point, doesn't it, everyone? But where even standard bullets could do reasonable damage. Yeah, kind of. It'll actually damage the tank. Reasonable is kind of stretching it for now. Try to get behind enemy tanks for a chance to take them down while being careful not to expose your rear to hostile fire. This is important. We want to hit the enemy tank's weak point, but we don't want the Edelweiss's weak point being hit. That would be bad. Bye. Now the Edelweiss is out of AP. Now, if you look, Welkin's picture is there. I mean, he is commanding the Edelweiss. Yes, Isara is driving it, but he's commanding it. Also, its AP will also be reduced each time you use it in the same turn.
Entering combat.
So let's get moving. Now, what you can do with the tank is you can go over sandbags like so. By doing this, you can deny enemy cover. To kill, 2 shots. 3 shots just hitting the body. Let's see how we can do. Good hit, Welkin. As you see, that did a ton of damage to the enemy tank. It's its weak point. Also, we're firing a tank shell at it. So of course it's going to do a lot of damage.
Here we go.
We use the Edelweiss again. We'll move closer. Get a really good shot. We don't even have to hit the weak point. Goodbye! No more enemy tank. And that completes this operation.
Yes, we stopped it. Nice work, Ys.
Woohoo! Now you're my hero, Welkin.
The Imperials are running off for now. Looks like we bought some time at least.
Knight in shining armor. Another reason why Welkin's awesome. What?
It's a boy. Martha had a boy.
She gave birth in Dad's tank?
Yep.
Yes, and without complications. They're both perfectly healthy.
Good. That's fantastic. Now let's stay sharp as we head out of town.
There we go. Enemy tank bonus. For every tank you destroy, you get an additional EXP and money bonus. An A rank. Good. It's kind of easy to do that if you just store your store your command points and just use them all on the Edelweiss. Because all you have to do is blow up the tank. 1,640 EXP and 4,760 cash. With home at our backs.
Two hours after the first shots were fired, Bruhl was under Imperial control. Though a mere skirmish by Empire standards, the raid on Bruhl would mark Welkin Gunther's first taste of battle and begin his rise to a Gallian hero.
Alicia.
I thought I would be ready for this. I knew war meant this might happen. It hurts. Seeing my town overrun like this, seeing all those people killed, it's just not right. How could all this happen? It isn't human, Welkin.
We look at those birds and see how wild and free they are. But they all have their own territories. If anything threatens their home, they'll risk their lives to defend it. People are animals too. We do what we have to, when we have to. Animals are in a constant struggle to stay alive, but I've also seen them help each other, almost like they were cooperating in order to survive.
Cooperating?
That's why I'm so into studying natural science. That coexistence. I want to know how it works. If we could figure that out, mankind could put it to use for our own survival. That's why I want to be a teacher, so that I can pass that knowledge on to the children. I mean, even if we can't completely eliminate war, at least we might learn to live together as one people.
You think so? Welks, look. Martha fell asleep, so that makes me the babysitter. See, Alicia? Oh, he's adorable.
Just like you said, even in war, new life happens all around us. Come here. Look, that's your hometown.
Someday, we'll come back home again.
Yes. Someday soon. I know it.
Chapter 3. Vassal Urban Warfare.
If that just doesn't endear you more to Welkin, I don't know what will. His character is just amazingly done to me. He just screams hero, doesn't he? He does to me. He can have his goofy moments, like as we saw him sketching the fish, you know, when there's a war going on. He can be aloof and focus on that sometimes, but when push comes to shove, he shows what's underneath that. That's going to do it for this episode. Next time we will start Chapter 3, Vassal Urban Warfare. And we'll do the episode Summons. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a lot of fun. Tank! That's really what this episode was about. That and Welkin being awesome, but that's always. Tank. The Edelweiss will help you out a lot. Just watch your CP when using it, as you'll see as we go further into the game. This is because it can, as you see, it can eat up CP really quickly. I hope you had a lot of fun. This is still the tip of the iceberg, everyone. There's a lot to go. So if you're enjoying it now, you're going to enjoy it even more. So stick with me. We're just starting this ride. Till the next episode, I'm Cinder89. Remember to shoot for the stars, and take care, everyone.